Hello, baseball fans, and welcome. Interleague Baseball on MLB The Show. It's the Chicago White Sox taking on the Los Angeles Dodgers. First pitch coming your way next. Just about set to go. And today's starting pitcher, Clayton Kershaw. But, Chris, he hasn't exactly been stellar here on his home mound.
Well, I'll say this. Every player wants to perform well at their home ballpark, in front of their fans, in front of the city. And you know this guy no different. He wants to be more effective here. So, you look at the numbers. They haven't been great at home. I'm sure he wants to turn that around, and we'll see if he's able to start that in this one.
Now it's the shortstop, Chase Mydroff. That's a little bit low.
Wow, Boo. First pitch of the night, and looks like the strike zone's a little small.
In the dirt, 2-0.
Not showing great command so far in this at bat. 2-0 count. He's got to execute here, or this could get ugly.
And that's a little bit high.
Well, I would expect in this 3-0 count, you're taking all the way. See if he'll walk you.
That one misses, so a leadoff walk.
Pretty easy walk right there. Last pitch wasn't even much to think about.
Austin Slater stands in.
Let's go, Clayton.
Ripped to first. Dives for the bag. Got him. Double play. Miguel Vargas, the next to hit. It's interesting, he plays kind of a power spot defensively, but runs pretty well. So when you're looking at that position, you're not expecting someone that has maybe above average speed, but he does. Next offering is in for a strike.
And I think that skill set really upgrades the position, because when you have that kind of speed, it makes the whole team that much better.
What about him playing another position on defense, one that would require a little more range?
Absolutely. And I think if push came to shove where they had to make a move during a game, it'd surprise a lot of people. You might even be able to put him in center field. I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
And a swing and a miss. And good work there as he gets a 1-2-3. Nothing doing for the White Sox. And now the Dodgers get a crack at it. No score. You're watching Major League Baseball on The Show. Back here at Dodger Stadium. And on the hill, the big righty, Sean Burke. And Singy, we were talking earlier about how he's doing a great job navigating through tough spots.
Yeah, he's definitely had a struggle so far this year, as evidenced by that inflated whip. But he's going to have to find a way to limit the base runners, put his team in a position to win a ball game. So we know he's prepared. We know this guy's a competitor, and we'll watch how he works in this one.
Kike Hernandez leading things off and takes a strike.
Ball, that's off the plate.
Ground ball, left side. Oh, can't pick it up cleanly, and it's in time. It wasn't the smoothest play you'll see today, but they still get the out. Time to check out the Dodgers lineup. And a big part of it, a guy with a great track record, Max Muncy.
Well, Boog, just an on-base machine. Last month, he was on almost half the time, an OBP over 450. Just a really tough out. I mean, this guy's a catalyst for this offense right now.
Mookie Betts will make his way to the plate. Good defender. He's been inconsistent offensively.
Betts can claim something not many players can. He's won the World Series playing in the National League and the American League.
1 out, bases empty. And that one pulled foul. And strike 2.
Clearly, he was sitting on a fastball right there. It just ended up out in front of the slider. Hey, you can't fault him for his commitment. Now he's just going to have to battle with 2 strikes.
Hammers that one deep left field and forget it. He flexes his power with that swing. Home run number 10 on the year. It's 1-0. He absolutely feasts on right-handed pitching and devours that one for a homer.
And you can see that's what he expects of himself at bat after at bat. He's that confident. Well, you can see he was out front just a little bit. Maybe didn't recognize the changeup earlier, but he got the bat head to it, hooked it down the line, and was able to keep it fair for a long home run. Really impressive.
And up to the plate is Will Smith. What a season it's been for him. He has supplied a lot of power and that average. Burke, in his rookie season, 25 years old, and he was a 3rd-round pick in 2021. The pitch, and that's downstairs. 1-1.
The only adjustment he needs to make is his target. If you aim at the outside corner, that slider's going to end up way off the plate. Perhaps look a little more down the middle, and you get it right where you want it.
The 1-1 is fouled off. One down, base is empty. Blows the high heat past him. That's a strikeout.
With that kind of velocity, an elevated fastball, even if it's still in the strike zone, can be tough for hitters to get on top of.
And here's Freddie Freeman. Another solid power season. Just missed. Two down, nobody on. Swing and a line drive and a base hit out into left center field. So digging in, Andy Pajes. Good power, not great in the OBP department. Just missed. Freeman off of first with 2 away.
Nope, outside.
Right through there for a strike. Next pitch is downstairs. On the corner for a strike.
Great RBI spot here. Just got to stay focused on the pitch. The runner will be in motion, so something in the gap should definitely score it.
That one is absolutely belted. And it gets into the corner, but it's foul. So now 2 on and 2 outs.
Not what he wanted to do right there, Boog. That keeps this inning alive, puts a runner into scoring position, and a chance for this offense to add on to their lead.
First and second, 2 outs. Here's Max Muncy, that funky Muncy. On the ground to third. They take the force out. They limit the damage here. Mookie Betts brings the noise on this home run. It's now 1-0. You're watching Major League Baseball exclusively on the show. Top of the second. Now here's the cleanup hitter for the White Sox, Andrew Benintendi. Kershaw back to work. Swing and a miss, and he was fooled.
The pitch started in and ended up on the outside edge. Just changing planes and very difficult, especially for a left-handed hitter to track.
Oh, he doesn't get the call, and it's 1-1. Gary Simmons, our plate umpire today, sort of has a reputation as a pitcher's umpire.
Yeah, a little bit of a wider zone than most, I'd say. And a wide zone can be tough to deal with as a hitter because you have to start expanding what you're looking for, covering both sides. And with the stuff pitchers have today, you're just not going to have a lot of success.
2-1.
Last couple of pitches breaking balls away. I think he's going to have to come firm inside to be able to open up that location if he wants to go back there later in this count.
Kershaw fires. That misses the zone, and now it's 3-2. Fights it off. He'll see another. Foul ball, and it remains a full count. Swing and a ground ball into the outfield, base hit. So he ends up with a hit after seeing a lot of pitches. That was a good at bat.
Love how he became a really tough out with 2 strikes right there. Good piece of hitting, going the other way with that pitch to beat the shift. You know, not a lot of guys are willing to do that, even with the shift on, because they're looking to pull the ball with authority. But it's a pretty easy hit if you want it.
Now a chance for Edgar Caro. And that one is downstairs. Ball 1. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. Lead runner to second, so 2 on and nobody out.
Well, a swing like that can help you come out of the struggle. We saw the numbers coming into the ball game, but all he's trying to do at this point is help his team win.
And here is Sosa to the plate. First pitch, and he just misses. That one down the line, and it's just foul. That was close. Here's a 1-1. Just missed.
Good spot for the hitter. Definitely has the advantage in this count with runners on. Look for him to be aggressive on this next pitch.
Kershaw deals, and that is out of play.
Well, he knows they don't want to give him anything to hit, but when you've got opportunities to drive in runs, you've got to expand the zone. He's capable of going out there and doing damage with it.
This to third. Jump throw across his body, and he gets him. Nicely done. My goodness, Chris, he had to generate a ton of power in that jump throw for the out. Let's take another look and dive into the numbers from StatCast.
Man, that's an impressive throw right there. In the air, all the way from third base. You've got to have a powerful arm to play third base, but he just showed he's got more than enough. He's got a cannon.
So the go-ahead run in scoring position. Here's Mike Tauchman. Golden opportunity right here. Outside low. And that is ball one.
No strikes.
Second and third, one away. So two balls and no strikes.
Well, this is a little tough for the hitter. In the back of the mind, you're wondering with first base open, am I going to get a pitch to hit? Got to stay back. Let your hands work. Stay in the middle of the field.
Michael A. Taylor in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. There's a strike at the knees. Two on, one out. On the ground to third, and it goes just foul. Three-two on the way, and they're all loaded up.
Pitches down.
Well, he earned his trip to first right there. It's not easy laying off pitches that just miss the zone like that. And it's a real discipline as well. He's put a lot of work into that aspect of his game, and it paid off right there.
Next to hit, Michael A. Taylor. First pitch just misses.
The last thing he wants is to hit the ball on the ground, but I wouldn't expect many pitches up in the zone. They'll be pitching for a double play in this spot.
And that one fouled off.
I think ultimately you want to tie him up, get the ball in on the plate so that he can't get the barrel to it and hit it to the outfield.
Next offering is in for a strike.
Really going after him here. All fastballs to get ahead in the count.
Got him. Huge strikeout there.
Well, they were pretty much giving it to him right there. Playing the infield back. All you're looking for on offense is a simple ground ball, and you got a tie ball game. Not sure what he was thinking up there. Strikeout looking is the last thing you want to see. Now you got to hope the next guy can pick you up and come through with a big two-out hit.
So up next, Vinny Capra. Just missed. Benintendi on third. Carroll on second. Tauchman on at first with two down. That's down and in.
Pressure's on right here. 2-0 count. Bases loaded. You don't want to fall to a 3-ball count and then walk in a run. He's got to challenge the hitter right here.
Two outs. Right through there for a strike.
Definitely got the hitter conscious of the pitch inside. I really think the outer half is open.
Ground ball, and that's through the infield. In comes the run from third. It's an RBI single. We're tied at 1.
Huge game-tying at bat right there. Came through in a big spot to drive in the run. I know that was a ground ball, but it was absolutely hammered through the infield. That's not one you're excited to get in front of if you're an infielder. You know they used to say, charge it. Crazy.
Chase Mydrop getting ready to hit. Walked to open the ball game. That one misses, and that's ball one.
Counts 1-0.
All loaded up here at the top of the second. That clips the corner.
Wow, just a beautiful backdoor slider right there. If you've got any chance of hitting that pitch, you'd have to wait until the absolutely last millisecond. Just a tough pitch to hit, and not an easy one to throw either.
There's a strike at the knees, and a count 1-2. Got him. Good job at damage control right there. But the RBI single pushes across a run. All even at 1 apiece. You're dialed into the show. Bottom of the second. Now the left fielder, Michael Conforto. There's a strike.
0-1.
Fouled off. He was late. Comes up empty as he chases that one in the dirt. Carroll down to first with it. Got him. One away on the strikeout.
Well, take a look at the 3-pitch sequence here. Pretty simple in terms of putting them away at the plate. Once you're ahead 0-2 as a pitcher, you can really expand the zone and see how aggressive that hitter is going to be trying to protect and battle. And right there, clearly he was in swing mode, but all you can do is hope to foul that off.
Yeah, here comes Tommy Edman. Pitch misses inside. Ball one. Gets the outside corner with that one. Swinging a foul straight back. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. The 1-2. Outside. Fastball is outside. 3-2. The pitch is outside, and ball 4.
What a battle. It's not always easy laying off a 3-2 pitch, and I tell you what, he earned that walk.
Hesung Kim steps to the plate for the Dodgers. Runner on the go. In the dirt. Throw, save. That's a stolen base. That's a laser base hit. Here comes Edman around third. Throw is offline, and he scores. It's 2-1.
Well, that was a great job of letting that runner steal second base, get in the scoring position, come through with the base knock. You add a run.
Kike Hernandez at the plate. First time up, he grounded to third. That's in there. And it's 0-1. Man at first, one away. And a foul ball. Runner takes off in the dirt.
2 strikes.
Safe at second, and that was not close. One out and a runner at second, bottom half of inning number 2. Next offering upstairs.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
High in the air, out to right. Topman pulls that one down, and there's 2 away.
Now batting, shortstop.
Now it's Mookie Betts. He's already homered in this game. The shortstop takes the ball. Bottom of the zone and a called strike. Hit hard, base hit. Headed for the plate. The throw in. Safe. And they take a 2-run lead.
He was all over that one. Absolutely punished that pitch. Wasn't fooled in the slightest. 109 off the bat. I think that means you put a pretty good swing on it.
2 outs, runner at first. Next up, the Dodgers catcher, Will Smith. 0 for 1. He struck out swinging last time. Swing and a base hit. Runner puts on the brakes at second, so it's first and second with 2 out.
Well, I'm not saying that play was easy, but it was harder than it needed to be thanks to the bad jump. Those small moments can be costly.
First and second, 2 outs. And up next for Los Angeles, Freddie Freeman. Upstairs.
Ball 1, no strike.
And that's ball 1. Swing and a high fly ball out there towards left field. And Benintendi able to make the grab. And the inning is over. But 2 runs for them, and they jump ahead. We head on now to the top of the third. It's the Dodgers 3 and the White Sox 1. Back here in L.A., now it's the DH, Austin Slater.
So after scoring runs, this is where you're looking for that shutdown inning. Get that hot team back in there to swing the bats. Well, the offense has gotten going, and a pitcher wants to go out there, have a real quick inning, get those guys back into the dugout so those bats can stay hot.
Slashed foul down the right side. That'll hook off into the seats. That one in the dirt, and the count 1-2. Line drive, and that's down, a base hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Well, that certainly feels good when you can win the at-bat after being down in the count, up against it with 2 strikes right there. So much of good hitting is finding holes in the defense. That's why you're always thinking line drive into the gap. Those kinds of swings really boost your confidence.
Miguel Vargas steps to the plate for the White Sox. Struck out swinging his first time. Down and away for ball 1.
You know, these White Sox showing great discipline at the plate, and patience definitely seems to be the name of their game in this one. He's only given up 1 run, but the starter's pitch count is starting to get up there, and that might be the best news yet for this offense.
Check swing, but he went too far, and the count 1-1. There's a swing and a miss.
You know, sometimes all it takes is getting to the next arm before an offense does any damage, and that might be the case today.
Here's a 1-2.
2 balls.
This one in the dirt. See ya. Strikes him out for the second time today. I don't know about you, Chris, but that felt like a weird at bat right there. Didn't give much to hit until the final pitch, and he still got the backwards K.
Yeah, not a single pitch was actually inside the strike zone, but he was being very aggressive in the box and fell behind in the count. Then they finally do challenge him, and he couldn't get the bat off his shoulder. Kind of a strange strikeout for sure, Boog.
Andrew Benintendi up to the plate. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter.
Ball 1.
In the dirt, blocked.
I got 1 ball, 1 strike.
Slater over at first with 1 away. Sliced hard, but foul down the left side. And that's
Ball
downstairs 2. And outside.
That ball's foul.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. And downstairs. Ninth pitch of the at-bat due next. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Well, interesting. He's looking very comfortable out of the stretch after giving up the leadoff single. Back-to-back strikeouts, so they haven't been able to move that runner up, get him into scoring position, and try to have a better chance of scoring. I tell you, good job so far on the mound. He just needs 1 more out.
Swing and a ball popped in the air, and that'll fall for a base hit. And now 2 aboard.
Well, those kind of lucky soft hits will always make you smile. Just a flare down that right field line, and he got it to drop in fair. I guarantee you, he was yelling, get down, as he ran out of the box because, Boog, sometimes you just got to talk to it.
Now here is Lenin Sosa. Hit in the air, center field. Edman sizes this one up and makes the grab. And that is that. White Sox strand a couple, and it remains a 3-1 ball game. Set for the bottom of the third, and at the plate for the Dodgers, Andy Pajes.
Well, he's back out here for the third, and after the first couple of innings, pretty rough. I think the skipper's looking for him to give him a little bit of length, see if he can save the bullpen some.
That one finds the zone. Strike one.
You know, these Dodgers doing a great job, Boog, of just waiting for the right pitch to come their way, and I'm seeing very patient at-bats out of them. It's not just the 3 runs they've already scored. On top of that, they forced this starter to throw more pitches than he wanted to at this point of the game.
Next offering is in for a strike.
And that pitch count is impactful because if they can keep making him work hard out there, it may force the bullpen to get involved a little sooner rather than later.
Steps on first for the out.
Now batting, third baseman, Max Muncy.
Here comes Max Muncy. He's 0 for 1. That one misses. 1-0. And another ball.
Well, usually a high level of confidence when you're facing a young pitcher out there on the mound. In this situation, ahead 2-0, he's put himself in a really good spot.
That one's in there, and that is strike one.
In today's game, not that many fastball counts, but hitters still in the back of their minds, they're looking for one. 2-0 changeup call right there. Excellent pitch selection to go with.
Outside, and that's ball 3. High fly ball, and that one curling foul down the right side. Foul. We'll see another payoff pitch. And that one hammered. That's back there. Into the bullpen and gone. He made him pay for that one, and they tack one on the board. It's 4-1.
Those are the at-bats that leave pitchers exhausted. He had to throw a lot of pitches and still gave up the long ball. That's a bad combo. Knew what pitch he wanted to hit, spent on some other pitches in this at-bat, was very patient, and it paid off.
Michael Conforto will climb in. Outside low, and that is ball 1. One out, base is empty, and a run in here in the last half of the third. The pit behind with that swing. It's strike 1.
1-1.
That's off the inside corner, and a count 2-1. Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
2-2 the count.
Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2.
Really great change of speeds. He goes off the off speed to the fastball, and the hitter doesn't know what's coming next.
Eighth pitch of the at-bat coming up. He goes down looking.
Well, just couldn't pull the trigger on the fastball right there, and I don't think he was taking it, thinking it might be a called ball or anything. I just think he was flat out frozen. Did not expect that location, in my opinion.
Edman takes a ball as he stands in for the second time.
1-0.
Well, it's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, you had a broken bat as you jog back to the dugout.
Capra makes the play, and it's out number 3. That funky Muncy with the homer for L.A. It's now 4-1. It's Major League Baseball, and it's on the show. And welcome back to the ballpark. John Shambi with Chris Singleton, and set to lead off the 4th, Mike Tauchman. And that's through there for a strike. It's 0-1.
Generally, second, third time through the lineup, you want to be able to lean on those secondary pitches and command them. Looks like he's doing a nice job of it.
1 ball, 1 strike.
That one the other way, and foul ball. The 1-2. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. Out to short. Betts sends it to first. Leadoff hitter retired in the 4th.
Well, I think the key, I mean, if he can get through one more inning, anything after that, a hitter or 2 is bonus, but they should be lined up good enough to get to the finish line.
Taylor measures 6 feet 4 inches, 33 years old, and he was a 6th round draft pick back in 2009. Slings it across. 2 quick outs here in the top of the 4th.
Deceptive slider right there. Stayed in the tunnel a long time. Got that hitter out front. Rolled over it. Put it on the ground.
2 down. Base is empty. Now the third baseman, Vinny Capra. Singled and drove in a run his first time through. That's in there. Action in the pen down there. Shohei Ohtani getting ready to go. Trevino also getting ready. 2 down, nobody on. Top half of inning number 4. On its way to the corner, Pajes on the move. Couldn't get to it before it dropped foul. That one's upstairs, ball 1.
Pretty standard high 0-2 fastball right there. If you're smart, you'll look for something down in the zone, but not too far. You don't want to chase that breaking ball in the dirt.
Two down, nobody on. On the ground at first. Can't glove it cleanly. Gets off a throw. And it's a 1-2-3 inning. 3 up, 3 down that time. We're midway in the 4th. It's the Dodgers 4 and the White Sox 1. Ready to go, bottom 4. And at the plate for the Dodgers, Hye-Sung Kim. That one finds the zone, and that's strike 1.
Well, he hasn't quite settled in out there. 4 runs in 3 innings. He's going to have some quick 1, 2, 3 innings to pitch deep into this ball game.
And that one hit to first. And he handles it himself for the out.
Now batting, designated hitter, DJ Hernandez.
Back to the top of the Dodgers order. Here's Kike Hernandez. 0 for 2 in this one. First pitch doesn't find the zone. Movement for the White Sox in their bullpen. Jonathan Cannon, the right-handed sinker baller. He looks to be readying himself. Altavilla getting loose as well. One down, base is empty.
That's a ball.
Swing and a miss.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Next pitch misses, and the count is 3-1. That one pushed foul. Base is empty, 1 away. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. Fouled off again, and it remains 3-2.
Looked like you got a little excited on that fastball. Got to think to yourself, I want to stay up the middle. That way, if you're a little bit early, you hit it out of the ballpark. If you're a little late, opposite field knock.
Downstairs, and that's ball 4.
Now batting, shortstop.
Now the White Sox manager is out of the dugout and will make a move to the pen. Sean Burke won't go any further tonight, and this is one he'd like to forget. Back with a new arm after this.
Now pitching.
The White Sox going with a new arm, number 64. He pitched yesterday, and we'll see him once again. Here's Mookie now. He's already homered here in this one. Chris, baseball today, so many strikeouts, and they are available to pitchers. But this is a guy that puts the bat on the ball and is kind of different from the players that we see day in, day out. The shortstop takes the ball.
Yeah, his swing is so good. It's in the zone a long time. He gets the barrel to it a lot, and that produces more base hits.
Fastball is outside. When you look at the elite teams in the game right now, there is going to be the slug, no question about it. But the really good offensive teams combine slug with more contact, with less swing and miss. Check swing, called strike. Hernandez leads off first with 1 away. Foul ball. Whacked out to center field. That's well struck. That's back there. And it hits the fence. Coming home. He will score.
Well done. Drives in the run. Just missed out on a home run right there, but he certainly hit it hard enough. Just didn't have the right launch angle to carry it over the wall, but still an excellent swing of the bat.
The batter now will be Will Smith. 1 for 2. That's a strike. 0-1. Here's a swing and a drive left field, and he knew it. A 2-run homer, his 12th of the season. It's 7-1. That's their 3rd home run of the game.
They're having a lot of fun at the plate in this one. They've got the long ball working for them on autopilot. That one was throws a hanger, and pitchers typically don't get away with making a mistake like that. And right there, he made him pay.
Freddie Freeman up to the dish. He is singled and he is flied to left. And first offering is fouled off.
Very humble guy, and on the field, off the field, and he goes about his at-bats in that way, Boog. He's just trying to stay with the plan, and that plan is hit the ball to left center field, drive the ball that way, let it travel.
Yep. Next pitch way upstairs. That clips a corner. Caught him looking for the K. Two outs, base is empty. And next for LA, Andy Pajes. Next offering popped in the air, right field. Tachman brings it in for the third out. Two-run shot for the Dodgers this inning. And the lead is stretched to 7-1. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. And we're back. And the batter will be the shortstop, Chase Mydroth. Kershaw back to work.
Well, every pitcher wants run support, and having a lead is nice, but it can be challenging for some pitchers. I think keeping the mindset to attack instead of trying to be too fine and have too much finesse. Go after hitters and get quick outs.
Next offering is in for a strike. For Kershaw, the resume speaks for itself. 3 Cy Youngs, an MVP, and one of the best sliders the game has ever seen. Swing and a miss. 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
And they'll do it again. Oh, that got away from him. And he's going to reach on a hit by pitch to lead off the inning. Austin Slater digs in now.
Designated hitter, Austin Slater.
In the dirt. And that's outside. That one ripped. And it one-hops the wall. Coming home. He'll score easily.
Well, here we are, third time through the order, and this is where we see the OPS jump up. Manager might have to go to the bullpen a little bit sooner than he anticipated.
Runner in scoring position, no outs. And up next for Chicago, Miguel Vargas, who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. Missed inside with the curve. Runner at second, nobody out. And another ball.
Struggled a little bit in this one. Couple of strikeouts earlier, but doing a much better job in this at bat to get ahead and find a good hitter's count at 2-0.
And a big swing and a miss.
2-1.
Next offering is fouled back. Slater at second with nobody out. Got him looking, and he did not like the call.
Well, tough night at the dish, punching out for the third time right there. He just hasn't looked very comfortable at the plate. A little unsure of his timing right now, not picking up the spin and location of these pitches. He'll have some adjustments to make.
It appears Dave Roberts is going to dig into his bullpen as he comes out of the dugout to make the change. Kershaw will depart, and a pretty good outing for him as he leaves with a nice lead. New pitcher when we get back. New pitcher on now, number 70.
Well, he's been excellent against left-handed hitters this year, and that's his first test. This looks like a good move to the pin in terms of the matchup.
Benintendi to the plate. Yeah, there's the strike.
0-1's the count.
One out and a runner at second.
Inside, ball 1.
Swing and a drive, deep right field. Pajes going back, way back there, and gone. The 2-run shot is 11th of the year, and they close the gap. It's 7-4.
This game just got a little more interesting with that home run. Boog, I wasn't sure he hit that one as hard as he needed to get it out of here, but it had just enough behind it for the homer. What an attempt at the wall, though. He really gave a terrific effort to try and bring that one back.
And now the catcher comes up to hit. Edgar Caro. That one's in there. That's strike 1. And ball 1. There's a swing and a drive. Pops over the wall, and that's an automatic double.
Well, this tends to happen more often in this park than others, and that short fence is just so inviting for hitters. You see a lot of balls bounce over for an automatic double when no one can run it down.
1 out, runner at second. And next to hit for the Sox, Lenin Sosa. Off the mark there, ball 1. And there's a ball. On the ground right side. Throw on to Freeman. That's it out.
Right fielder Mike Tauchman.
Mike Tauchman steps to the plate for the White Sox.
And this is a big opportunity for him to pick up his teammate right here.
Headed towards the corner. And a foul ball. 2 outs and a runner at third. And we're at the top of the 5th. On the ground to first, Freeman. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. For the White Sox with a 2-run homer. It's now a 7-4 ball game. It's Major League Baseball on the show. Back here at Chavez Ravine, here's Muncy to hit.
Third baseman, Muncy.
Right through there for a strike.
You know, these Dodgers putting together some really good at-bats in this game. There's been a lot to like with how they're approaching their chances at the plate. It looked to me like they really wanted to get to the starter early, get him out of the game before he settles in. So I'd say mission accomplished.
That's down and in. A slider missed. Fouls it off. Still 1-2. Now one missed. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And the leadoff man set down in their half of the 5th.
Well, that high four-seam fastball has become such a staple as a strikeout pitch over the years. And what's so tough as a hitter is that you see it extremely well. The problem is the velocity and spin rate just happens to jump by you. You expand your zone, you don't stay tall on the backside, and you're really not even able to make contact. If you do, many times it's a pop-up.
Fastball in for a strike, and it's 0-2.
Well, he didn't like those first 2 pitches. Now in an 0-2 hole. He's going to have to battle, hope he gets a mistake.
This one popped up. Foul ground, first base side. And there are 2 down.
Now batting, the center fielder, Tommy Edman.
2 down, base is empty. Tommy Edman at the plate. And that one off the outside edge. Line drive, base hit. So a 2-out knock keeps the inning alive.
Now batting.
And stepping in is the speedy Hesung Kim. He's been a great free agent sign. Over to first, and he's saved. And that one fouled off. Two outs. And that's pushed foul off to the left and out of play. Tried to hold up on the 0-2. Now a look down to third, and no swing, says James Kingsley. Runner on the move. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout. One left for L.A. They hold a 7-4 lead. Top of the 6th inning. And now the center fielder, Michael A. Taylor. Bounding ball here, rolls foul. Now a drag bunt, third base side. It's safe at first, the bunt single.
Now batting third baseman.
Nearly a highlight reel play at third, but the bare hand grab still wasn't enough to get the out. Great effort to make that play as close as it was, though.
And the batter now, Vinny Capra. Step off, throw to first. Taylor dives back in safely.
Now, these guys definitely looking for a big swing of the bat right here. Try to close that gap. But, you know, at the very least, if you could find a way to manufacture that run from first, it feels like it's really important to getting back into this ball game.
That one fouled off. In the air on the infield, Freeman settles underneath it, puts it away for the out. One away.
Now batting shortstop, Chase Mydra.
Stepping in, the White Sox leadoff man, Chase Mydra. And that one just misses. A ball and no strikes. And that drops in for a strike.
That's ball 2.
Taylor stands at first with one out.
Strike.
The kick and the pitch. Runner goes. That's in for a strike. Throw to second. Save. The 2-2 on the way. Good job to fight that one off. Still 2-2 after the foul ball. Goes down swinging for the strikeout. Tied him up on a fastball inside. So now it's the White Sox DH, Austin Slater. Right through there for a strike.
Well, we call that keyholing. Even though it's right there and looks pretty good, if he doesn't love it, he's not going to swing that early in the count.
To the left side, but it is well foul. Runner at second, 2 down. And we're in the top half of the 6th. Pitch misses. Now 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes to count.
That one way
2
inside.
strikes.
Pickoff move to second. Taylor back in on a dive. Swing and a miss. Gassed it right by him. So no runs here on a base hit, no errors, and 1 left. Top of the order due up in the home half of the 6th. It's the Dodgers 7 and the White Sox 4. here at Dodger Stadium. Bottom of the 6th. And now Enrique Hernandez. Right side, Sosa. And that's one out as they get the leadoff hitter in the 6th.
Up next for the Dodgers, shortstop, Mookie Betts.
Here's Betts. He had a big swing for these guys way back in the 1st inning.
Yeah, Boog, he didn't waste any time in this one. The solo shot really got his team going, and he's looking for more right here.
Up the middle, my drop. Tosses to first. Mookie retired, 2 down.
Now batting, catcher, Will Smith.
That misses, and that's ball 1. Movement in the bullpen. Tyler Alexander, the left-handed reliever, appears to be getting loose. 2 down, nobody on. Here in the bottom of the 6th. Next offering is in for a strike. And a swing and a miss. There's that slider.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
On the ground to third. Throws to first in time, and they get the out on Smith. 3 up, 3 down, inning over. And welcome back to the ballpark. And here's the first baseman, Miguel Vargas. And first pitch fastball is in for a strike. Ball 1 there.
Really close pitch down around the knees there, and you could see him asking where it missed. Probably doesn't agree, but it appears he's ready to move on to the next pitch.
That one drilled left field. This one's got a chance. To the warning track, makes the catch.
Well, those can be pretty fun as an outfielder. Got to put it into his highest gear and go a long way to track that one down. Nothing better than that. You feel like a wide receiver playing football.
Benintendi up here. That one off the mark, and that's ball 1. And that's in there at the knees.
Yep, that ball went out.
The White Sox trailing by 3 here in the top half of inning number 7. Two and 2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out of the slider, and there's 2 gone.
No, that slider down and away, it's just kind of a slow death. With 2 strikes, you're looking to protect, and halfway to the plate, you know you've committed, and you know you're going to have no chance of touching it. Tell you what, sometimes you just have to tip your cap.
Carroll stands in now and watches strike 1.
1-1.
Hot shot to first base, and he snags it to end the inning. 1, 2, 3 go the White Sox. And they're on the wrong end of a 7-4 score. Back here in L.A., bottom of the 7th, there's Freddie Freeman now. Pitch in the dirt, ball 1. Out towards right center, that's well struck. This looks like extra bases, and that's going to roll to the wall. Safe at second with a leadoff double.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Everything was mechanically sound with that swing right there. I mean, that's pretty much what you're wanting to replicate with every rep you take. You want good balance, barrel directly to the baseball, and good long extension after contact out in front of home plate. Man, there are a lot of doubles in a swing like that.
Now the White Sox manager is out of the dugout and will make a move to the pen. Number 64 done for the night. It's a 3-run game, and we'll be back to tell you about the new arm in a minute. Tyler Alexander takes over on the mound. This southpaw's been really good against left-handed hitters. Andy Pajes steps to the plate for the Dodgers. Swing and a miss. 0-1.
0-1's the count.
Pop foul out of play off to the right. That one a little bit high. Going to count 1 and 2.
Wow, that's a tough pitch to lay off.
And now 2 and 2. Freeman leads off second with nobody out. Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Tachman moving under it, and there's one down.
Third baseman, Muncy.
Muncy digs in. First pitch misses. One out and a runner at second. Here, the bottom of the 7th. And there's a ball. You're getting a taste right here of what Max Muncy does. Has a really good eye at the strike zone. Cut on and lifted in the air. Tachman in and to his right. He's got it. 2 down.
That's just a really nice catch on the run right there. He saved extra bases for sure. If the pitcher's his friend, he'll give him a second to catch his breath before he's ready to deal the next pitch.
The batter will be Michael Conforto. 0 for 3 in this one. And there's a foul ball. This to center field. Taylor makes the grab on the run. Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Kirby Yates, 32nd appearance.
Number 38, Kirby.
Lenny Sosa steps to the plate for the White Sox.
Lenny Sosa.
Tap foul at the plate. The 0-1. Swings through that. The Dodgers bullpen with some action. Tanner Scott looks to be getting ready for manager Dave Roberts. Klein, the right-hander, loosening up as well. And the pitch is outside, ball 1. In the air, left field, down the line. That one gets down for a hit. And a good start to the inning.
Anything but pretty right there, but he'll take it every time. That's a ball that a lot of times you'll see the shortstop or left fielder be able to get to if it hangs up in the air long enough. But right there, it just died and found a way to drop in on the green stuff for the base hit.
Mike Tauchman steps to the plate for the White Sox. First offering, and it just misses.
If you're going to get something going, this is the time to do it. You get the leadoff man on. Everybody's got to look over the shoulder and say, I'm just going to keep the line moving. Don't try to do too much.
Inside, ball 2.
Nobody out, runner at first. Inside.
That's inside.
3-0. There's a strike. Out towards left center. Conforto on his way over. Reaching for it and brings it in.
Gotta love the over-the-shoulder catch. I tell you what, those are really fun to make.
Michael A. Taylor.
So up next for Chicago, Michael A. Taylor, 1 for 3. That one ripped. And it hops over the wall for an automatic double.
And boy, do they catch a break. Otherwise, you're looking at runners around the bases and probably a run that scores.
2 on, 1 out. And now, Vinny Capra. First pitch, and he just misses. Tying run at the plate. Slider misses outside. Swing and a miss. 2-1 now.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Upstairs.
3 balls, 1 strike.
Chase Mydroff up next for the White Sox. The tying run at the plate. And that'll load the bases.
Oh, that sets up a really big at bat in this game. These are the moments when everyone in the stadium gets really locked in.
And up next for Chicago, Chase Mydroff. Corner infielders guarding the lines, trying to prevent extra bases. And the first pitch misses for ball one.
Way to lay off that pitch down.
Check swing called strike. And it's 1-1. On the ground to short, could be two. Touches the bag for one. Over to first, safe.
Well, he made the decision to try to take it himself at second and then throw for the double play over to first base. But good hustle down the line. You know, it's a toss-up to think if he flipped it, could they have gotten him? I think you just have to go with your conviction.
Slater in now. Takes ball one off the plate.
There, he can move the ball around, add and subtract, get some weak contact at times. So you don't worry as much about him in this situation. Very capable of getting a ground ball and getting out of this little jam.
Two on, two outs.
2 balls.
In the dirt, but kept close. Nothing happening on the bases, though. That's down and in.
At this point in the game, you cannot issue free passes. He's going to have to challenge this hitter. Hitter's got to be ready to swing it.
Miguel Vargas in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. Fastball for a strike.
One way to make a guy real uncomfortable at the plate is pound him inside with good velocity. They're doing that right here.
Goes down looking. One run in the inning, but they leave two. Home half of inning number 8 straight ahead. It's the Dodgers 7 and the White Sox 5. Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th, Dan Altavilla.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
Here's a switch hitter, Tommy Edman. Swing and a foul back, and that's out of play. The 0-1.
Ball one.
And that's a little high. That one misses. And the count is 3-1.
Well, it looks like he's wanting to work the upper part of the strike zone. What does that mean? Top hand better be working for the hitters. Adjust that side a little bit. Give yourself a chance to hit.
That's a good at bat right there. He was down early in that plate appearance. Works the walk. So a man at first. And up next for Los Angeles, Hesung Kim. There goes the runner. Pitching for a strike. And safe. It's a stolen base. And that one is inside. Meanwhile, activity in the bullpen. Jordan Leisure, the young right-hander, up and throwing. No outs. Runner on second. Next offering is in for a strike. And a foul ball. He stays alive. And a ball and 2 strikes. And down on strikes. And there's one away. Here's Kike Hernandez. Swing and a miss at a slider.
0-1.
That's in there. And the count is 0-2.
2 pretty nasty sliders to get this hitter in an 0-2 count. If you're up there at the plate, you got to look up in the zone and spit on anything that's down.
Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. Runner at second here, 1 gone. Swung on, belted. High bounce over the fence for an automatic double. A run comes in the play.
He puts a great swing on that pitch and drives home the run, and that was always going to be a double, but the bounce over the wall just took the guesswork out of it right away. It was a nice swing.
1 out. Runner at second. And at the plate for the Dodgers, Mookie Betts.
And it may be a long shot, but a triple here will give him the cycle.
Drilled out towards left center field. Way back there. Onto the track, and he makes the catch. Runner tags at second, and he moves up to third. Now 2 away.
Outstanding catch right there, and I love the commitment that he showed. He knew that the wall was close, but was determined to make that catch, and a nice calculation of just how much room he had to try to minimize that contact.
Out to short. Meidroff. The throw to first, and that'll keep more runs from coming in. Inning over. So a run on 1 hit, no errors, and a man left. 9th inning coming up. It's the Dodgers 8 and the White Sox 5. Welcome back, and here comes the closer, Tanner Scott.
Should be a good first matchup for him here. He's been doing a great job against right-handed bats so far this season. They've had a lot of trouble squaring him up.
Miguel Vargas steps to the plate for the White Sox. 0 for 4 with 3 strikeouts and a flyout. And first offering is fouled off. And that one missing low.
1-1.
The 1-1 is fouled off. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. And a 1-2 again. Next offering misses down and away. And a good eye there. That one misses. So a leadoff walk.
Pretty good pitch on 3-2, right around the knees, but just no help from the umpire.
Now it's Andrew Benintendi to hit. just missed. Next offering is fouled back. Vargas on at first, nobody out. Rolled softly, but that goes foul. Next pitch misses outside, and it's 2-2. Stays alive. Runner at first with no outs here. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. And it remains 2-2. That one just misses.
That was pretty close on the inside, and obviously he's not too happy with the call out there on the mound as he lets the umpire hear it a little bit. This is where you can't let that frustration compound itself, though. You got to let it out and move on.
About to see the 11th pitch of the at-bat here. Runs it up to 96 to record the punch out.
Well, he's going to have some thinking to do when he leaves the ballpark after this one. That was his third strikeout, and this one looking, obviously, so he's been a little overmatched. He's got to find a way just to be more competitive up there at the plate.
Carroll stands in here, takes ball one low. Just missed.
Last two pitches have been down in the zone. Pitcher clearly trying to get that ground ball double play. But in this count, he's going to have to give in, elevate his pitches, and get back into this at bat.
That's a little bit low. The White Sox trailing by 3 here at the top of the ninth. Outside and low, it's ball 4. And that'll bring the tying run to the plate.
He did not take the bat off his shoulder the entire at bat.
And here is Lenny Sosa. Close one, doesn't get the call. And it's 1-0. Six straight outside the strike zone. One out. Runners at first and second. Gets the call. 2 balls and a strike.
Well, so many hard-throwing relievers in the game these days. You would think that hitters have made the adjustment, but I don't know if you ever get used to it. Just pumping gas out of the bullpen. So hard to play catch-up.
Check swing. He went too far, and it's a strike. In the dirt. Nice job behind the plate there. Tying run at the plate. Line drive. That's a base hit. Around third. He'll score, and it's an RBI single, and now just a 2-run deficit.
These hitters are relentless. Just until the bell sounds, they are going to keep coming at you, trying to get you into the corner and knock you out.
Manager out of the dugout now, and it looks like we'll see a change on the mound. Tanner Scott is done, and the line not closed on him yet as he's responsible for the runners on base. Back with a new pitcher after this. Now a right-handed arm out of the bullpen, Shohei Ohtani.
And I can't imagine any save is an easy one. You're holding a small lead on the scoreboard, and you know those hitters are going to give you the best at-bats they can. So it's always high stress. Let's see what he's got here to try and close it out.
Making a move at first. Pinch running here. Brooks Baldwin. First and second, one out. Mike Tauchman steps to the plate for the White Sox. Not close with that one. And that is ball one. Runners at first and second with one gone. That misses the zone. And that's ball two.
2 balls, no strikes.
And another ball. So definitely a little wild right out of the gate.
Well, it can be a little tough coming from the bullpen mound to this mound, but you've got to find a way to get ahead in the count quickly. He hasn't. We'll see how this at-bat turns out.
There's a strike. Two on, one out. Ball four. Nope. He walked in, and that keeps things going.
Walks out of the bullpen can absolutely kill your momentum very quickly. They're in some hot water trying to protect this lead.
Michael A. Taylor steps to the plate for the White Sox. And he takes one right on the black. It's 0-1.
Tough situation right here. It's so important as a pitcher to get ahead in the count as he did right there.
Now 1-1. Activity in the bullpen for the Dodgers. Will Klein looks to be getting ready for manager Dave Roberts. Trevino getting cranked up as well. So they're all loaded up. On the ground, 2 ball. The throw to second. That's a double play. The ball game is over.
The ball for his first career save deserves to be on display at his house. I mean, it's kind of like when a restaurant frames its first dollar bill somewhere on a wall. You just can't forget your first save.
Final score of 8-6 in this one. Dave Roberts and company celebrate in the dugout. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi saying so long.